say good morning. Okay, we're starting off, I'm going to do a special class on Chi Sau. I know I've covered it in little bits and pieces here before, but I'm just going to do a dedicated program on Chi Sau because a lot of people have asked for it. And apart from that, I'm getting jacked for going through 388 videos looking for where the Chi Sau is to tell people. So I'm going to do one. But I'm not going to bother about going through all the preliminaries because I've been through that and everyone knows that. Okay, I'm doing it, aren't I? But in a nutshell, that's how you start off. It's very, very basic. And he pushes, and I just open, and then I come back, and I push, he just opens his hands. It's a head shot and a low shot. You see, that's pretty basic. And then we work it up so I feel like it goes for me, and I come straight back, and so on. Now, he can do that, and then you start rotating again. It's a matter of not just like in push hands, you don't do this, you've got to always move your body to make the hands move, and this is akin to the boxing that we do. There's your strike. Everything is based upon how we attack. So this is not how we attack, that's like doing that sort of punch. Okay. Carrying on from there, okay, we just reverse the hands and then we do that. Haven't I shown you that before? Okay, so the next step up is that we reverse the hands, you see, and we do one-handed strikes. So mine is tilted at the top because my hand's on top, and Eli does that, or he can come back with that, you see. On my other hand, he can go down low, and he pulls it down, he can come back, and I've got to come up, you see, so we're just still doing one circle. That's the next step up from there. Next thing we do is strike. We start striking. These are the first preliminary ones. What we're just doing now is very basic, just to get people into doing something other than push hands. The next step up, push hands. So what we do is I'll do a one-handed strike. First of all, the instinct is to do exactly what you like to do then. Pulls it back. So the very first thing you have to learn is he's going to strike me with his other hand because it's very difficult to get out of this. Later on we won't even be doing that. But what he'll do is he'll be striking with his other hand, you see? We can change hands. We can change hands mid-flight. So now I'm on top. So we've reversed the hands in other words. So I can come through with the one strike and he's going to strike with that. Or he might come through with some sort of a strike there, and I'll come through with a strike. Well, actually, I'm doing it more advanced. I should have gone underneath because my hand's underneath. So that's the very basics, okay? So the rule is if your hand's underneath, you go for a low shot. Hands on top, you go for a high shot. Just then I did a little bit more of an advanced technique because I'm so used to doing that. But keeping it at a basic beginner's level, this is what happens. So that's the first step up. We might just start, hey Tony, we might start from this level where we're putting a strike in and you're striking back with the other hand instantly. The whole thing is to listen with your hands. That's the whole thing that we're looking for. In push hands, it's obvious. We've got Pang, Loi, Jai, On. And remember, that's walking down the street. Anything different from there, you hit the blow. That's the rule. This is a little bit more difficult to define the movements, especially when we get onto the more advanced stuff. Now it's not that difficult because we're just doing circular movements. So this is walking down the street. The biggest mistake people make is to think about what they're doing. They're thinking, oh, when's he going to hit me? You know, oh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to do it all right. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't worry if you're just doing this in your own space and then you do get poked. We're not going to hit each other hard. We're just going to bring through the movement slowly in the beginning. And don't worry about it because what you've got to do is not think about anything. You're trying to use your own inner senses to detect something different than what you're doing here. This is the first walking down the street. We're just circling. So that's the first area. Anything different from that, if I go like this, or Eli's doing that, because we'll keep it fairly formal. So if I bring one hand through, he's going to hit me with his other one, because that's what most people would be likely to do. I won't even tell. I keep going on to more advanced stuff, but I'll keep it this. So that's the rule. Don't think about it. Try and listen with your wrists. Just try and let your wrists tell you what's happening. The other main area of all Chi Sau is that never look at the hands of your opponent or the face or the eyes or the shoulders or anything. I'm in the optimal position right now because I'm talking to everyone out here and I'm talking to the camera. So I'm in the optimal position to divorce my conscious feeling brain from what's happening here. So because I'm doing something else, I'm not thinking about what's happening here. So I've got much more of a chance to feel when Eli's doing something different. And what happens is my peripheral vision, or my eagle vision as we call it, takes into the subconscious body every movement that Eli's making. So if he goes to make a strike, my subconscious brain, I'm not thinking, oh, okay, let's see, this vector is here, and you use this muscle, and this hand's coming through here, so I'm going to remember that, so I know that someone throwing a left-handed punch to my head is going to have that body positioning, you see? So you've got to let it come into your own brain. You won't pick it up in the beginning. You will not pick it up. That's why we do practice. That's why we train incessantly in this stuff. So what I'm talking out here, maybe I'm just setting it up now, but Eli's going to attack. And that's what I did because of what his body did. So what your subconscious brain is deciphering is, if I'm going to hit Eli, he did a little bit more advanced technique there. We're going to use the other hand for the start, but that's what happens later on. His subconscious brain detects a left-handed punch. So that's what we're teaching our subconscious brain, is to detect body movement without thinking about it. It's like the tennis players, and I keep using this analogy because they're brilliant. They don't have to think, oh, here comes the ball, okay, it's coming here, I've got to go here, I've got to, oh, there I'm going to hit the ball, you know. It would take a mathematics equation from here to the moon to work out what the human body does when that ball comes in, but they don't have, they just bang, they just hit the ball because they're so trained. And that's the sort of subconscious reaction we're trying to get at. When they're on the net this far away, they think, bang, 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 like this. It's brilliant to watch them. But they're not thinking of it. If they thought about it, they'd miss. So they're just letting their body do the work for them. And that's what we're trying to do. With the whole of Chi Sau, which means sticking hands, by the way, so which means that we're not going to go like this or something. We're just keeping our hands stuck together because we're trying to feel, well, this is not this. This sticking hands is, I throw a punch from there. That's where sticking hands starts from. And that's where you're going to get hit from. So sticking hands are not starting from here. Oh, I'm going to hit him, bang. Sticking hands are starting when you have felt your opponent. That's where your sticking hands starts from. So you've got from there to there, a split second for your subconscious brain to react to what's happening to you. That's what we're learning. Let's just try and start from that position, one hand on top, one hand underneath. Eli's hand I'm feeling is heavy, and he should be. In my hand, he should be feeling my hand fairly heavy. If he pulls his hand away, it should just drop. That's how your hand should be, because you're also getting the Qigong workout. So you don't hold your hands up, you just have them loose, relaxed in a sung position, and you've got much more of a chance of your body remembering what your opponent's doing. We're taking into our subconscious every movement of our opponent.